Never mind, I was over something that's not here. So we're finally doing it today. I have everything sort of set out here. Might as well move my camera to the other side since there's nothing there, not even the dog with me right now. It's pretty late, so and this is actually my night in about maybe five hours from now, perhaps. What is it, 4 hours from now? Gonna have to get up for an hour of adoration at over at the church, and then yeah, I'll probably sleep after that. I had a little nap today, so I'm pretty good. That's why I'm up right now, or else I would have been asleep at like 6. But anyway, here we are. I wanted to get this in. Now it kind of feels like it's getting it out of the way, but that's okay. We did a Yu-Gi-Oh card opening for the first time yesterday, which was interesting, kind of fun. Wasn't anything too great. It was just some of the duels from the deep packs. So, and they were light packs. They weren't even not even usually those packs only have 5 cards, which is already lighter than usual. These packs had 3 cards each. This is actually pretty uneventful, but they also came with there were blisters, 2 packs each, and also one of these cards each. I think this one here was the most valuable, but maybe $1. I don't think it was quite that much, but they weren't bad. Maybe like 50 cents ish each or something. Random, different sets. All those 3 cards there. It's hard to see them, but they do exist. There they are. Okay. Also, though, what this binders are really for, just running out. Those are the last of the pages I have here currently for cards. Are all in here. I'm only using a few of them. There's plenty left right now, kind of, I guess. Not really. Probably gonna have to order another thing soon because I'm also gonna give the kids some and probably give them some binders, I think, if they need them. My sister might already have a bunch because she's a teacher. So anyway, what I do have in here are now the cards that were in this thing, that were all the ones I have for sale. I took them out of here because now this is where all the energies that were just sitting here before are now all in there. Those are all the old energies that I have. Well, not all of them. Those are the ones from the auction. Didn't really turn out to be too many of the old ones, I guess. There's a decent stack. Oh, I put the energy box away. It's probably about like yay long. No, it's probably maybe about this long of energies from like, I don't know, late Wizards of the Coast to XY. So that wasn't too bad, I guess. Those are energies I don't actually have myself. But enough talking about energies. Who cares about that? These are the cards that I have on the store right now. I'm not going to run through them all this way because we can just look at them on TCGPlayer. But you can get an idea, I guess, about what they look like. We've seen them all before. The less I have to flip through them, the better condition they're going to end up, right? But yeah, I have more of some of these that I have 4 of in here. I still have more. I think I only have 4 dark patches. I have more canceling colognes. I don't think I have more Silenes actually. Cave Jaw Bogs and Gardenia's Vigor. I think I have more of those. Switch carts, I don't think I have more, or else I would have just posted them. Because those are worth so much. I thought I had 4 Curlias. I only have 2. 3 Pokestops. So some decent cards. Prices are about what you would expect. Maybe a little higher. Again, just keeping in mind that I'm a new seller. In fact, some of these cards are just not, I just don't know if they're quite worth me selling online right now. I'm really, one of the main reasons I wanted to do this episode was to show these cards, to show what I have currently right now, because it's very possible that might change. Don't mind this. that might change in the near future. Barring somebody making a purchase and being our second sale and thus getting us to level 2 and allowing me to post 500 products instead of just 100, I will be fluently flipping around the 100 products that I have, or 90 or so products that I have posted. Currently, this is what I have. I think it's about 95 now for, I don't know what I thought it was 94. I'm not sure what the new thing was that I added that made it 95, but yeah, here you see, sorry. Again, I'm not really sure why my Tauros, oh, this must be a, yeah, near mint reverse hollow, that's why, yeah. So if you see any that are that much more than the market price, it's probably because it's a reverse hollow. That makes sense. Oh yeah. And where are the other ones? Oh, right here. Of course, these would be the main event-ish. Not much of a main event. And of course, all my sealed products you see back here are things that you can purchase on the website as well. On TCGPlayer, on my store. In the description is the link. Something's in my eye. 3 of these back here. 1 of these guys. 1 of these. 2 of these still unlimited Star Wars Unlimited packs left. The Lorcana decks, there's a bunch of different ones. Let me just show those real quick here. I think only 1 of these, and I think this is the one I mentioned several different times that I'm pretty sure I looked it up and it said this is the most viable out of the box to just play starter deck wise. The great thing about the Lorcana starter decks is they come with 1 booster from, of course, the series they are from. I have 3 of these, which I think are one of the better ones. Myself being a guy, there's not many that you're going to get that don't feature one of the people being a female, being a girl in like armor that just like why. You also, or Maleficent and Gaston, that would be early. Yeah, these are the 3rd set here into the Inklands. These are the 2nd set of 4 now. 5th one coming out actually soon. I didn't realize Ursula's Return has been out for a couple months now. So the new one is coming out at the end of this month or it's early August, the same as Shrouded Fable for Pokemon. Stellar Crown is the one coming out after Shrouded Fable. They already announced both of them are announced already. But anyway, yeah, the Amber and Amethyst, or Amber and Sapphire, unfortunately, I do remember playing it. This has 7 dwarves in it, and I can't remember what's really featured on the Sapphire side, but the 7 dwarves are fun. Amber seems to be like the swarm type of deck. Sapphire seems to be like the mana ramp up type of deck, or in this case, the ink ramp up. But speaking of Amber and Emerald, this is kind of fun because I think, in my humble opinion, I've used all of them myself, not like in any official capacity, only against myself. But it's actually it's better than playing against the kids at this point because it's more of a challenge. So at this point, until they learn more. But this one is fun. I like the Dalmatians, the 101 Dalmatians. You have a bunch of different Dalmatians in the deck. They're pretty low cost, so you're throwing out a bunch of those. And also the Inklands, into the Inklands, that's when they began the new locations cards. A new type of card, totally changing things around. So anyway, those are those. They're all my sealed products. All right. Yeah, I think that is literally all my sealed products that I have posted. So that's that. They're pretty much again, the prices that you would expect, maybe a little higher with shipping included. So just think of it as a donation to the channel, and it's all much appreciated. And of course, I should mention again, since it's now June was, it's not June anymore, but June was for us Catholics the month of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. July now is the month of the precious blood of Jesus. So for this month, we're going to do the code precious blood in the notes or comments or whatever you do whenever you're checking out on TCGPlayer or on eBay. If you want to buy one of my random eBay products that I have, link is also in the description for that eBay store. I don't have the stuff for that. It's actually up way upstairs, and I'm not going to go grab it. But they're just the Toxic High School, the 1983 Superman 3 Topps packs, and the Skybox. I can't remember. I can never remember what they're called, but they're the Skybox Comic Universe cards, Premier Edition. So I have box sets, almost nearly full boxes of booster boxes, if you will, of all three of those things. The Topps 1983 Superman 3 packs still have a piece of gum in them, which is amazing. Disclaimer, do not eat the piece of gum if you buy those packs. Don't eat the piece of gum from 1983, please. Anyway, if you do use that code, Precious Blood, or something similar enough, if you troll me, then I'm not going to give you one, of course. That won't work. That won't work. I can't, well, so what this is a Professor Willow Professor's Research. Hold on one moment. I'll show you mine, which is what I usually do. It's the only thing I can do. Yeah, so you get yourself one of these. It's Professor's Research, just like any other Professor's Research in Pokemon Center. It'll work the same way. I mean, in the Pokemon trading card game. The code won't work, so don't bother looking it up because I already used it. But it will get you special research and something else, probably like some items or something in Pokemon Go. So that's cool. That's what Professor Willow's from Pokemon Go. That's what that is. So use that code in the comments or notes or whatever. Precious Blood of Jesus. You can just put Precious Blood, of course. And I'll give you one of those as well in your order, whatever you buy. So here are the good, they're the gooder cards, you could say, that I got. I got the holo, but I think we had one. Well, what do we have on here that's, there are a few. Let me switch back real quick here to the, I like my new setup, but I really wish my camera was better. But it's also one thing you can think about. I don't have necessarily direct ways of donating right now to the cause, but you can always do that just by purchasing stuff from me. That's a great way to donate. Of course, just liking videos, putting up comments, and obviously subscribing. All those things are extremely helpful as well. There it is, that Professor's Research, the deck exclusive there. That is different. There's that, the Hisuian Samurott. There were a couple other ones I'm not seeing right now, but they're just on another page is all. But there are some that would be holo rares, but they're not because they're deck exclusives. So maybe, I guess, watch out for some of that if you're you know, you're looking for collection purposes. But these, of course, are regular ones here. Oh, almost. Good thing I'm always watching myself, kind of. Got the holo bosses orders, the holo B barrel. Also got the reverse holo of each of those, so that's kind of cool. These are not in any kind of order, so they must have been in value order while I was going through, is probably what it is. Got the Pokemon Go holo Blastoise. Oh, and reverse holos are probably at the end. Chandelure from Lost Origin Snorlax. Of course, they're all near mint as far as I can see. Terrakion, Silver Tempest, Rapidash was Silver Tempest as well there. Articuno, awesome card, I think. Silver Tempest. Even though it's just a rare, just a holo rare. Absol from Crown Zenith, actually, even though it's a Lost Origin-ish looking one, because it's a Lost Zone-esque. It's something that deals with in the Lost Zone, so it has that like extra like broken border. And then we get the reverse holo Lilligant, Hisuian Lilligant from Astral Radiance there. These are all rare reverse holos. Landorus from Lost Origin. There's that reverse holo. I didn't realize when we looked last night when we were doing Yu-Gi-Oh! That it's a reverse holo of this bead from Crown Zenith that has the weird writing on it. Because that's why it's allowed to have the weird writing, because it's Crown Zenith, which is a special collection, so whatever. Tauros, awesome, Crown Zenith, reverse holo, rare again. And then again, yeah, the boss's order is from, which doesn't really matter, it's from Brilliant Stars, but it'll continue to be usable as long as boss's orders exists. Same with any of those other trainers. If they remake exactly any of the Pokemon, of course, those are also usable, will be usable in the future, but I don't know if that ever really happens. Pokemon's a little different in that way, but it's similar to, what would it be similar to? In my experience, Hearthstone, which is just online, so it's not necessarily the same, but it kind of is. And then also, everything I've shown has been stuff that I got at an auction, which is pretty much, yeah, I got it at the auction in order to start selling it on TCGPlayer, start having a good stock of stuff to sell, which I do now, and I have my own bulk started at this point. One of those long boxes, the longer ones, white ones that I have, they're about that long. They're probably about the same length as, you can't see it, but the yeah, any of the boxes, you can go to whatever video and see them. You probably even know what I'm talking about, most of you. Almost full now of my own bulk new cards. In fact, it would be full if I wasn't using like ETB sleeves and keeping them in the ETBs, up to 60 cards of each of those sets. And there, if those were in that box, it would probably be full of duplicates, excess cards. But I'm not selling those yet, other than my Alakazam EX here, duplicate, which is the shiny Alakazam EX from Paldean Fates, pulled in episode, I think it was 52, just recently on stream. Everything I open is on stream, or / video, whatever. And this was just very recent in the Iron Treads EX tin. So that's where that came from. It's all nice and sleeved up, ready to go for somebody for $1.50, which is a little more than its value right now, but it will go up. Mark my words. So again, you can think of that, purchasing something like that for a little extra, a few extra cents. You can think about those few extra cents as a donation to the channel to see us grow and do more exciting things on here. More exciting things, better exciting things, giveaways, which everyone loves, right? I'm still thinking of how I can start. The best I can do is, I don't even know. I would try, you know what? I'm kind of thinking once we hit 50 and I can figure out maybe a better camera situation, then maybe at 50 I'll feel like we can do a giveaway. If not, for sure at 100 subs, we will do a giveaway and potentially start doing giveaways at some, depending on how our growth is, not just hitting 100 at 100, but once we hit 100, we'll do a giveaway at the very least, if not at 50. And then depending on the growth, we'll continue at some pace to do more giveaways. How's that sound? And that's also, keep in mind that, of course, real life is a thing too. So I also have a large initiative starting here, not here, but on the opposite side of this house, which is, I guess, going to be, can be considered a building. I guess it's relatively large, but it is just a house. I just consider this side as like my apartment. The other side is going to be a Catholic community resource and study center, but like fellowship community. We're a small place, small town, so like it's just going to be a place for people to come and hang out, and it's going to have a nice study library area. A little, it's going to have the kitchen and dining area there attached, so there's coffee and beverages and other refreshments will be served. In fact, that was one of my main reasons for, if you do follow my Academia Christi channel, which I haven't updated in a while, but I will be. If you follow that, I have, the only thing I really did on there, the only reason I even started it was because I wanted to do a garden vlog of my gardening adventures when I began gardening and like kind of homesteading a year and a half or so ago. It's really, I only started the channel to post videos about that on there. But those are there, and really the only reason I started doing that, I was growing. I wanted to do like different fruit, or a mixed fruit orchard, pretty much kind of thing, berry bushes and fruit trees. And then I also, in the meantime, and strawberries and things. But in the meantime, I wanted something that would grow annually, because berries and fruit trees take some time to establish. Although we do have blueberry bushes here at this property, which is awesome. Very well established blueberries, which I and Sydney eat all the time when we go out. But anyway, that's why I started doing the peppers and the tomatoes and the cucumbers. Sorry, and the melons. So yeah, that all kind of goes together for that. And I'm thinking, because I'm getting into this collecting thing, I'm thinking of even being able to use the garage as a collection expo, trading card expo, and trading rally area, or whatever you'd call it. I don't even know. Like a perpetual TCG flea market, not like every day, but like maybe once a month on a Saturday or something. As a personal part of a personal endeavor, make like the brick and mortar Nerds Templar Quartermasters shop. I don't. That's probably redundant. I'm assuming that's redundant. Anyway, here's, yeah, as you can see, you saw the cards. Well, you saw the hollows and stuff. Here's just, again, all the stuff. There's not much. Like I said, one more purchase is going to put us at level 2, which bumps our capacity from 100 to 500, which is massive. And then an even bigger boost once we hit 21 sales, which isn't very far away from 0. We're at 1. We need 2. And then 21 is not far away from 2. But once we hit 21, I'm pretty sure it's 21, we'll be level 3 of 4 levels. And that'll give us 50,000 slots of products. So at that point, pretty much sky's the limit for us. And then it's only 51, so only 30 more sales after that. Hit level 4, the final level, unlimited stock, and yeah, so that'll be fun, especially now as we get into several different card games: Pokemon, Lorcana, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece for me on the side, off air. Because I have so many qualms with it's not family friendly enough, in my opinion. I considered even getting into some Magic, but not really much. I'm very interested in the Lord of the Rings cards, particularly. Maybe some of the other ones like that they would come out with and have come out with, and I just don't know about. I don't know if I'm really too interested in the Fallout. I'm more of a Skyrim guy. I'm sorry, an Elder Scrolls guy than a Fallout person. But What else was I gonna say? Yeah, lots of stock, bunch of cards, different cards game. Yu-Gi-Oh, of course, now getting into that, and of course there's Star Wars Unlimited. Um, Again, two-player starter set. You can go and watch me opening that in one of my streams. This sucker right back there. Oh yeah, of course, didn't even mention, but you can obviously see it. The tin, the quick ball, Pokeball tin, it's in there. It's relatively old. You can also go back to the way beginning of the Pokemon collection stream and watch me open one of those. That was one of the first things I got from Pokemon Center. You can see, in fact, you can also see what I got from two different build-in battle boxes. You can see two of the different pre-made decks. In fact, you can get in these, that's where the Metang promo is that people are using right now. The good Metang that gets a bunch of steel energy out, I'm pretty sure is what it does, but it's used for that steel deck, the metal deck, whatever they call it. Haven't opened I have two of these. One of them I'm keeping. I haven't opened mine yet. I will do that, but again, you can always just look that up. And you can, I just realized this, all of these things I've done on stream almost, or video. You can also look up the Into the Inklands decks. I've done all the Lorcana decks on video or stream now at this point, except one of the first chapter decks. I still don't have the Emerald and Ruby deck from the very first set. When they made 3 decks, all the rest have 2. I've gotten all those. We'll continue to do that. I'd like to also do Illumineers Troves. Disney will probably end up being our number 2, unless for some reason something takes its place, like perhaps Yu-Gi-Oh! If I would really get into that, but I don't think I will. Or also the other final trading card game will probably dabble in, and I'm okay with that. 5 or 6, whatever. If we're buying and selling and having fun and whatnot, then it's all good. Maybe Star Wars Unlimited. I'm still considering that. We'll probably continue to, at least for the time being, check out the 2-player starter sets. The pre-release kits aren't too terribly expensive, so depending on how things go, maybe we'll also check those out in the future. I just hate to wait too long because just like Lorcana is going on number 5, set number 5, things are getting pretty expensive pretty quick for like the older stuff, especially the first chapter. The Illumineers Trove for the first chapter is probably, I mean, at this point, it might even be pushing $300. It was going up so fast last time I looked. I don't think Star Wars Unlimited is going to have that kind of massive growth, but you never know what the first sets are going to do. So that might be a good pre-release kit to get earlier rather than later, maybe sooner rather than later. But the one that I was going to mention is Union Arena, which let's just check it out. That's it for this. Well, you know what? We can do this. You don't have to. There we go. All right. 3 different for now. But it's actually 4 that I know of at least. Different animes or mangas, if you will, that will be in this Union Arena. The one that's not on here is One Punch, which might be one that I would consider also collecting because I have actually watched a little bit of that. But I wouldn't probably. What I would probably do is like maybe get some boosters or maybe also the starter deck once it comes out. That one's not out yet. We have Hunter x Hunter, you have Jujutsu Kaisen, and as you can see, you also have different boosters for each, which I think is pretty interesting. They're almost like all their own separate games, but not, which I think is cool. I thought they should have, before I realized this was a thing, which is coming out in the beginning of October. I was saving this because I was building up for suspense, but the reason is because of Bleach. I love Bleach. This comes out in the beginning of October, and I just found out they just announced that so is part 3 of Thousand Year Blood War. It'll be coming out in October, early October for both of them. So that was probably planned. So we'll definitely be getting into that. Definitely, for sure. be getting into getting this starter deck. I wouldn't mind if I can find a decent price on one. I don't know if I just have to go and see what I can find at the local places. Maybe even grab an entire booster box. I would like to move into being able to open, maybe not open at once, but have purchase and open entire booster boxes. Not multiple per set, but like maybe one per set of Pokemon. That'd probably be it. Maybe not anything else, but at least Pokemon. That would be my goal. We'll get there, right? We'll get there. But this would be the other game we're definitely going to get into. And again, that isn't out yet. Star Wars is moving on to their second set. So we will be getting that 2-player starter set, probably. Maybe not immediately, but at some point we'll get it. Especially if we just stumble upon it like we stumble upon many things. I'm still really, I'm searching for, I was looking into like the best way to get decent bulk, like not just horrible bulk, but not bad bulk of Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Lorcana, whatever really, kind of, to resell pretty much, but also to build up my own collections, stuff I don't have. I'm wondering if it's the best route to go. I might, it's because I guess I could also just like just go big or go home, I suppose, and just deal in different stuff and worry about that stuff kind of later once I have other things, I guess, up and running, if you will. You know, it might sound like I'm talking in riddles, but that's it is what it is. It's Bloomborough. That threw me off. It seems like, but I guess Magic the Gathering does that all the time. It's like an entire series within Magic or something. I don't know, but the local comic shop is doing a pre-release for it. I thought they were, before I realized it was Magic, I thought they were like starting an entire new TCG. Sorry. And that my comic shop was doing this for some reason, even though they don't even have like Lorcana or don't even have Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh consistently. Maybe like once a month for each of those, maybe twice a month sometimes for Pokemon. But yeah, it's just Magic, and they do a lot of that. They do that every week or twice a week. Just like, you know, all your other staples, D&D. They do some other stuff there too that I'm not as interested in. That's more popular than Pokemon. Pokemon's probably the other TCG that has any chance. Hoping that I can. In fact, tomorrow will be opening. Tomorrow's my actual Pokemon TCG collection stream. We will be opening the only thing left, Quacklevel EX deck, because we just did the Meowscarada, so I'm going to get that one out of the way, and then we'll only have the Palkia left to do deck-wise. In fact, the only thing we'll have left to open after tomorrow will be that Palkia deck, if I'm not mistaken, because we're going to do Quacklevel deck, and then we're also going to do the Zapdos EX Scarlet Violet 151 box, which only has 4 packs, so it's not going to be too crazy, but the 4 packs plus the deck will be enough, I guess. Because then Tuesday will be actually quite a decent stream. We will have a bunch of stuff from this next tournament at the comic shop will be coming this Sunday, so I'll be coming back from there. I would really like to go to the card and, I don't know, collectibles shop down and a little further away I haven't gone to yet. I met the guy that's running the Pokemon stuff there. I'd kind of like to get to know him a little better. So I wouldn't mind going to one of theirs, but they've moved theirs to Sunday as well. But they do it every week. So one of these weeks, which are many of them, that Pokemon isn't happening at the comic shop, I'll probably pop down there. They also may have Yu-Gi-Oh. I wouldn't mind getting into Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's going to take me a second to like actually get to the point where I can duel with the meta, because I played back when the game was easy and was just simple, and you know, you just played your 3 blue eyes or got your 3 blue eyes and fused them together and you won the match and you're done. Or, I'm kidding, but but all the cards were, there weren't so many different like rules and stuff. But I think once you learn how all of them work, which Duel Links and the other things might help with. I played Duel Links, but most of the time I just let it play itself, and I only do the original because I don't care for all the other ones. But I have them unlocked. Maybe I'll just have to learn how all the different card things work these days. But I wouldn't mind getting into that. But so Tuesday I'll come back and we'll have a bunch of stuff from the tournament. Whether I do bad or not, I'll have plenty of things to show. So that'll pretty much be the entire Tuesday stream for Pokemon TCG. Unless I end up doing it Monday. Still not positive when that early week stream is going to be. I wouldn't mind doing a Monday if we're going to try to do a stream every day, which is kind of the goal, even if they're short-ish, which are fun. Short streams are nice. This is already a 36-minute one, so it's not like it's necessarily that short. See Assassin's Creed coming out for Magic. That's kind of fun, but I was never like I thought Assassin's Creed was cool, but not enough for me to want to buy the Magic cards. I think Lord of the Rings right now is the only one. One Piece is coming out with things constantly. They seem like they're extremely popular. If I try to go to the other collectible shop and get into, they're the only one that does Lorcana tournaments. If I tried to get in, I wouldn't be able to because they're always packed full at maximum capacity. I can't remember what they said about One Piece. I don't think that's the case for they do have it there every week, which is great, which means they must have enough people playing One Piece there, which is interesting. I might even get into that at some point if I feel like I actually have the time for it, but I probably never will. It's a little too far away for me to want to do it. If I would do like one tournament a week and one different game a month, then maybe that would work. We do 1 week, we go do a Pokemon tournament, then next week we do Yu-Gi-Oh, and then we go do a Lorcana, and then we do One Piece, and then it's the next month, or maybe it's one of those 5-week months and we get a break or something. That might actually work, but I don't see myself actually doing that. Anywho, yeah, that's it. We do have Pokemon, Lorcana. Let's just say Yu-Gi-Oh! Number 3 for now. And this is not even, to mention we will still be collecting NFL and NBA probably. I'd like to show off my actual collections of those eventually, but I'm probably going to wait until it's probably going to end up being on one of these vodcasts that you see those collections first, because I'll probably end up selling off those collections, honestly. I'm probably not going to keep any of my the vast majority of my sports cards, even the new ones I open. I'll probably sell everything off. I'll probably just open them for fun, if anything. Keep a few, maybe some players I really like. Like I have a bunch of Heinz Ward cards I may or may not sell. Things like that, perhaps. Jerry Rice. I like Jerry Rice. I liked him more before he was spokesperson. But I don't really have any cards I was too tied to of his either. So, yeah, those. So Pokemon, Lorcana, Yu-Gi-Oh! One Piece, I'm going to count it because I'm collecting, even though I'm not doing it on video or stream. And these are all also just potential ones that I might do, So, Star Wars Unlimited and Union Arena, that gives us 6. That's a lot. And Magic is probably going to if we end up doing this for a couple years, a few years, for several years, for many, many years, who knows? I don't even, who knows? Only God knows. Then, we'll probably end up with some Magic cards here and there. I have looked into, especially if I can find like more clearance sale kind of things, if I can find where to get stuff like, what do they call, like closing sales? Like, I'm not like fire sales, everything must go kind of thing. To get extremely cheap prices that are actually, like, if I can find reliable things like that, then I'd pretty much get anything I find, honestly, that I know enough about, that I know at that point, if you're getting like ridiculous prices, then you know you're going to be able to make something if you stick it out, I guess. But uh, there were a couple other things, I guess. So one of the things I thought was interesting with Magic, if just to get something to be able to experience the game, because it is a fun game. Um, it's just the card art, the card, uh, the background behind it, all of that. So just like honestly, just like a lot with Yu-Gi-Oh, but less so. You could say the same with Disney, just because it's you look if you're breaking the fourth wall there a little bit and go to Disney themselves, then there's that. Pokemon in its own way, the same. So really, you just can't get away from it, and that is why not to pander too much, but and there's really not much to pander about, just to say that I make my own games, and I'm one of the main reasons I do so, make my own games and stories and all that kind of stuff, is because I think more Catholics and just good people of goodwill need to do it, and need to do it the right way, without doing all the modernist woke nonsense all the time that everybody else does. Um, all I mean, you know what I'm probably talking about. Maybe you don't even know what I'm talking about because it's so ingrained. Um, but I would like to help to be the beacon of light, I guess, in the gaming world, whether it be in the tabletop slash TCG slash board game world, or even the video game world. Um, the voice of reason. That's what Nerds Templar is actually all about. We're going to get there eventually, but I will mention that you can in fact listen to slash read, I guess, also my first story that I posted, not the first one I've written, nor the first one or the only one I have, um, nor the one that's furthest along, but the only one I posted online, Beyond Lumina, on YouTube. Just scroll down in the videos. If you find the one video, the rest are unlisted, but on the video that you can watch episode 1, there is a link to the playlist, which will give you access to the first 10 episodes, which is all I released. I have 15 written right now. I was actually only writing like 2 ahead of what I was releasing, but now I've written a little more. I've taken a break from it. I wrote a little more. I already kind of in my head had the whole thing plotted out, so I kind of put that down a little bit more on paper, and then proceeded to continue writing and write more further past where I've released. But I will probably start re-releasing those first 10, and once I catch up, releasing those twice a week. Then I will continue and probably until the end of this current story arc, which is called the Book of Azek, which is the name of the main character. But go take a listen, and don't mind my terrible reading of it. You're just gonna have to deal with me until until it's famous and we can get like a really good British guy to read it for us. Anyway, that is all I got. I've just been rambling for about half of this thing anyway. So, yeah, lots of stuff in store. We'll see where things go, but I think we are pretty sure where things are going. At least I think I plotted most. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? This is a horrible time to do it since it's the very end, and anyone that is tuning in or watching the video is probably not going to watch all this. But this was one of the main things I wanted to do. I should have put these in front here so I remember that. These are the cards I can post. I have a few slots left. Now I'm not taking offers or anything, obviously. I'm going to post them for the price I want to post them for, which is going to be reasonable, but maybe about market price. Some of them are going to be a little cheaper. Some are going to be pretty much market average. Some might be a little more. And of course, keep keep in mind you will have to do the shipping cost, but again, you can think of that about that as a donation. These are the other cards I can fit in because I do have some slots. So if there's anything that catches your eye, let me know. Same with all the other cards I showed, everything you saw on the website there. If anything catches your eye, let me know. If you're not going to buy it immediately right now, then put it in the comments or something, and I'll keep it on there because some of this, as I go through and find the more valuable cards, I'm probably gonna replace the less valuable ones with those, and yeah. So just so you know, so they might not stay. Get them while they're there, or you might have to wait until we hit level 2, which may not be too long. Anyway, yeah. So the Whimsicott, these are actually in order. Well, not in order, but they're at least together. So Brilliant Star is first here, the Whimsicott V and V Star. But yeah, and then the Dedenne is also Brilliant Stars. They're nice full art. The Regigigas V, that's a Crown Zenith. These are Crown Zenith that are usable still right now. Zacian V Star, I think that is actually used. And then also the good old Miltank full art, Hisuian Gudra full art. And I love this card. I guess this may be the only one I got in the auction. I'm kind of half tempted to just keep it myself. The full art Magmortar, as Magmortar and Electabuzz are hanging out there in the snowy woods by a fire. Just a great card, I think. Regieleki VMAX. This is you. Oh, you know what? Oh no, never mind. We did open that, but I just have it still in the box, like most things. Our what was that? The Miraidon EX deck that had the Regieleki VMAXs in them. So those are used in several different electric decks, lightning decks. Passimian. These are Silver Tempest. Both of those there. A pretty decent Passimian, I think. Brandon, Silver Tempest as well. Even though, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just because it's a full art. It has the silver border. That's kind of throwing me off. Radiant Gardevoir, Lost Origin, cool card. Not as valuable as Radiant Greninja, but still, I love it. I think Gardevoir is cool, and that's a shiny Gardevoir. So hey. What does it do? Loving Veil, all of your Pokemon take 20 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon V. Okay, well, useless now, I guess. Wait, yeah, it's gonna be useless. Lost Origin, so it'll be useless as soon as it'll be out as soon as the rest of the V's are. So that makes sense. Radiant Greninja is also going to be, so that'll be sad. That'll be a sad day. Lair and Berserker V. My deck is going to change drastically once him and the Curlia that I use from Silver Tempest, which are also available on my shop, are all out of rotation, which won't be till next year. Is why I bought that deck, because it's going to have plenty of time, and it only will need a few tweaks, and hopefully will still be viable. It's being used right now. In fact, the Gardevoir EX deck is like the main deck, I guess, in North America. Go figure. I picked that one, but I picked it before it became, because I just knew it would be so good, that good. I guess that Monkey Dory from the new Shroud of Fable or Twilight Masquerade made it even better. We do have that card as well. We could add it to our deck if I wanted to do that. It does drastically change the deck, though. Pidgey V, also used, but also going to be phased out. All these are going to be phased out next year. That's why they're the ones I'm showing right now. They're going to be usable, so get them while you can use them. Galarian Berserker V, alt art, full art there. Silver Tempest. Oh wait, Those were Lost Origin. This is Astral Radiance, Radiant Greninja, which of course is the one that many decks use. Great for my Gardevoir EX deck. Phalanx, full art. Astral Radiance. Yeah, okay, there's another one. Silver Border Choi Trainer. Astral Radiance. Abomasnow. These are all. Yeah, these are all Astral Radiance from here on out. Abomasnow, Obstagoon, Galarian Obstagoon. Of course, the only kind there is, I suppose. Weirdeer B, a Machamp B, and a Machamp B Max. Two of them, in fact, two Machamp B Max. Pretty awesome card, I think. Can't say I was ever a huge fan of Machamp. He's not bad, but he's not like, I don't know, I never found him that interesting. But that's a pretty awesome card. It's probably the coolest Machamp card I've seen. There are some other good ones, though. Beedrill V, another Weirdeer, because I didn't put these next to each other. Origin 4 and Palkia V, that I guess is one we'll see in that deck, right? Might also be, like that Palkia deck, a version of it may still be used right now, but it may be a little too old. It's like the Lugia is going to be phasing out. All the V decks are going to be done. The Origin or the Lost Box decks, thank goodness, are going to be done. Cleaver, another Machamp V there, should put him. Two Machamp Vs, two Machamp V Maxes. Seems like they probably came in something. Another Origin form Palkia V, Galarian Mr. Rhyme V, and the Oranguru V. So those are those. That's what else I have potentially to put in for sale. Like I said, I have some more of these. I guess I'll show these two. These are some I would post, but I'm not gonna post them because they're just not worth it. Like I can get more for all these in person than I could on TCGPlayer. So for now, at least, these are gonna hang out with me. Some cool cards, and that's what I mean. Like there's a lot of rares here, a lot of holo rares that I can probably find a better purpose for than selling for 9 cents, which I'll get about 5 cents from. So, you know what I mean? Does that see what I'm saying? Yeah, but then these are older. I don't know why that reverse hollow weeding gloves is in there randomly. These aren't what I was going to show here necessarily. Oh, here we go. So I have one more Gardenia's Vigor, two more Canceling Colognes, a bunch of these Ralts that didn't make it in. They're the just like the Curlias with the teleportation burst. Oh, Astral Radiance, sorry, slurring everything now. Squirtles from Go. They were ones that just missed the mark, I guess. Lycanroc, Dragalge, Oranguru, Luxray, Double Volt. I thought I had more of those doubles somewhere. Things that I have in, but have more of. But I guess it was just those couple trainers. Maybe I'll just throw those on because I only have a few extras. All right. And of course, I would perhaps be some of those maybe replaced with reverse hollow versions in the near future. I have a bunch of reverse hollows to still go through from all of those same sets. So basically all the same cards, but reverse hollow forms. And not to mention, then we'll get into all the Scarlet and Violet stuff I have, and eventually, once I have the bigger, I might wait until level 3 once we get to 50,000, and it basically feels unlimited to me at that point anyway. Then I'll probably go back and put on some of the stuff that's like, and some of the stuff I might post up higher because I'm just gonna stick it on there and let it sit for however long it'll sit and hope the price will go up. but like all the bulk stuff from earlier Sword and Shield that's already phased out of standard, I'll put that on much later. But the Scarlet and Violet stuff will certainly start going up. All the rest of the standard stuff will start going up as soon as I hit level 2. And 500 will get us decently far, but I will still have to make some executive decisions on what exactly we post. And then maybe also, by then we'll have some more cool duplicates of cool alternate arts like this from ourselves to put in. I think we have like a couple maybe Pokemon V duplicates, maybe just one Pokemon V duplicate. That might be it, to be honest. I'm gonna have to check that. Maybe I can post that on here as well. Anything like Pokemon V or higher from my collection. If the price is right. All right, this is almost an hour. This was supposed to be a short stream. It's okay, I gotta stay up for a few hours still, so it'll work. It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, I still got 4 hours till I can go to sleep, so. All right. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for you. I'll catch you guys tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. Eastern. Maybe 6 if I really feel like dragging it out to that long, but I probably won't feel like that. It'll probably end up being 5 p.m. Eastern. And we will open some stuff, Pokemon collection stuff, and back for Pokemon collection again Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. We will check out stuff from the tournament, comic shop tournament, that previous Sunday, this coming Sunday, which will then be that previous Sunday. And then we'll probably mess around, maybe do another stream at some point that next week, in the middle of the week. And then that next Friday, not tomorrow, but next Friday is the end of the next month. And that means Elite Trainer Box. And is that now 3, 4? I think that's the end of month 5. I keep forgetting, but I think that's the end of month 5, which means one more month. Yes, that's right. One more month. And then we will be at a half a year of Pokemon collection. Not just collecting Pokemon again, but also doing the collection videos. Maybe not. I guess that didn't necessarily start immediately, but I started doing the videos immediately. I just didn't post them immediately. And then for that 6-month stream, because at the end of every month is when I'm doing the Elite Trainer Box streams, that will in fact be the Shrouded Fable ETB stream for the 6-month half a anniversary. So that'll be super fun. Like, subscribe, comment, join me for those. I will see you. Have a good night. God bless you. I'm Randy. This is Nerds Templar. Peace out.